What's going on? I wanted to do a show about Jason Van Dyke. My man ain't gonna do even 3 years. Any drug dealer. It's people locked up on traffic tickets that will see more time than this man cold-blooded murdering someone. He's a cold-blooded murderer. He will see less time than most. He would see less time than most drug dealers. You could get popped with a half an ounce of marijuana that's legal in most states, by the way, and do more than 3 years, depending on your background. And this man would do less than 3 years. I didn't want to come on here and cry about the sentence, because I already knew what the sentence was going to be before it was handed down. A system that was not built for you is not going to accommodate you. It's not going to help you. So a system that wasn't built for you. So I don't understand. My thing is this. So many people that's crying about the sentence are some of the same people that's not willing to do nothing about the situation. What's going on? How are you? My thing is this. We go about things the wrong way. I'm not surprised because I already knew what was going to happen and how it was going to happen. I'm not, this isn't one of those that's going to sit up there and cry, you only got 3 years. My thing is, we know what they've done. We know what they're doing. We know what they're going to continue to do. What is the solutions for us? Let me tell you something. The weak get preyed on. Whenever you are the weakest link, you're the weakest people, you get run over. My thing is this, out of anybody that's teaching anybody anything, teach your people the future. There was a lady who came to me, Donald, do you know what they did to us 50 years ago? Yes, but how is that going to help us going forward? How is that going to help us moving on? When are we going to talk about group economics? Whenever you're the weakest, whenever you're the poorest, you are the weakest. Money equals power. With no money, you have no power. No money, these politicians are bought. The NRA made a $30 million to Trump campaign and said, look here, hush up next time there's a school shooting. And my man ain't said a word. You ain't heard 2 words about a school shooting. This is my life in the shop. So my thing is this. Yes, but you know what? There was a lady who came to me and she's like, Donald, do you know what she did? You know what they did? Look here. When are we going to teach our children how to build a business? How to start their own business? How to invest in your 401k or invest in stocks and bonds? How to invest in real estate and stop renting? I have no sympathy for us because every time we can get ourselves out of our situation, we do nothing about our situation. You know what we're going to do instead of buying businesses, buying politicians, buying real estate, buying stocks and bonds? We go out and buy Jordans. Go out on Black Friday. Go to Walmart on Black Friday. You're going to see us with 18 carts of 60-inch TVs going to our rented homes that we're renting. That's what we're doing. That's why I also say I have no sympathy for us. No question, acknowledge and understand them. There's a brother that comes to me all the time. Man, brother, you need to start reading on Quebec and all this other stuff. It's cool to understand your history. Yes, but our children, their children are studying for the future. Their children are understanding the importance of owning your own business. They know they're teaching their children on how to invest in the stock market. They're teaching their children on how to own businesses, how to own property, real estate, stocks and bonds. Every million has 7 sources of income. We can't teach our children none of them. We too busy trying to be flossing in our new Benz that we can't afford. We too busy shopping in our rented cribs we can't afford. We out buying 60-inch TVs every day that we can't afford. Then we want somebody to have sympathy for us. We think if we cry loud enough and long enough that everybody's going to have sympathy for us. And that ain't how the world works. That is not how the world works. It just doesn't. Nobody's going to have sympathy for you. We have, as a people, have to invest in ourselves, and we're not even willing to do that. One thing that we must talk about is solutions. Understand. And that's why I'm like this. I'm not a part of any community, not no Republican, Democrat, or no conscious community, none of that. A lot of cats go out and just talk about, ooh, did you know about the ancient Egyptians and this, that, and the other stuff they didn't looked up and read. How is that going to help us going forward? How is that going to start us from owning our own businesses? How is that going to help our children group economics far as with we can't even send our own children down the street to get a job because we too busy shopping in Orland Park. Spots that don't even hire our children. So we'll rather go out, spend all our money outside our community than come back and cry about our situation that we have no jobs. That's what we're willing to do. Then when we get run over by the justice system, we crying. And then all the people that's online talking about, oh, only 81 months, only 81 months. Well, what are you willing to do about it as far as invested in your community? Better in your community. Yes, we will cry very loud and long. And we feel that playing the victim will work. And it has gotten us absolutely nowhere. We must get out of that play the victim mentality and stand up. We think that if we lay down and cry, that people would just come help us up. Oh, we feel sorry for you, so let us help you up. Yes, and it shows you, sorry to say the initial excitement over this. Yeah, I've been new. I've been new it. There was 3 cops that was acquitted of covering up the murder. Now, in their statements, they're saying Laquan McDonald held a knife and ran and charged. We seen the video. We know that that was a lie instantly. So those 3 cops should have instantly been sentenced and charged. But from yesterday's verdict, from those 3 cops getting acquitted, I already knew they didn't even want to convict Jason Van Dyke. They didn't even want him to get no jail time, to be honest, and we know that. And at the end of the day, it's about what we could do for ourselves. We already know. You know, if you're not willing to do nothing and stand up and create your own, then you can't complain about how the game is ran. The game is ran by them, owned by them, and is going to lean towards them. My thing is this. We have to create our own game. Just like football, just like anything, just like your own business. Why would you go outside your community to shop and then cry about you have no businesses in your own community? That don't make any sense. So that's something we must stop it. How many people that was online crying about, oh, only 81 months are willing to sacrifice and spend every dime in your own community, giving your children jobs, bettering your community, and to buy your politicians? Money equals power. They don't fear us because what's the fear? What's the fear? They know the only thing we're going to do is jump online and cry. That's it. And we let them see our weakness. They laughing right now. In fact, I can show you several statements where, yes, they are just really literally laughing. For those of you on Facebook, I'm on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. For those of you on Facebook, make sure you, for those of you on Facebook, I'm on Facebook too. Those of you on Facebook, make sure you go to my YouTube channel. I do most of my shows on YouTube. I'm going to be going live a lot more. However, hold on, let me get to y'all comments. I can't see them right now. I don't have my Facebook comments up. But Jason just make me, let's see. Exactly right. You could get, wow. Yes. Half a pound, no, a half an ounce of marijuana will get you 3 years. This man literally cold-blooded murdered somebody in cold blood and will be doing 3 years. 3 years. And we feel it's time to cry about it instead of in time to unite, instead of time to organize. Where is crying getting us? I tell a lot of people, and I had this conversation with the lady, and she was telling me, Donald, what, you know what they did to us 100 years? I said, yes. I don't want to hear it no more. I've been hearing that ish 39 years. I ain't heard nobody talk about the solutions. Nobody talking about the solutions. We don't even know how to start our own businesses. We don't know how to invest in the stock market. We don't know a damn thing about real estate. 90% of us are still renting. Marching and crying, useless. Absolutely. That's why I say the 50s and the 60s have failed us. And I'm done following like the conscious community, because now you want to stand on the corner and spit what you didn't learn right out of a book and what we did 1,000 years ago. Okay, that's cool. Learn your history. Don't get me wrong. Learn the right history. Understand your heritage and your roots. But when are we going to start teaching solutions? Who is going to start teaching solutions? Who is going to start teaching solutions, and why are we still stuck 1,000 years ago? And once you stay stuck 1,000 years ago, and once you stay crying and begging, you become the weakest link. That's why nobody respects us. Understand, when you was in high school, did you respect somebody else crying all the time and begging all the time? And will you? Absolutely not. You see anybody else crying and begging like we do? None. You know what they do? They go home and they organize. Chinese spend every dime in their community. They don't vote. They don't need to. They make a $8 million donation to their politician and say, handle my community. But our celebrities are too busy buying $80 million watches. $80 million watches. I just did a show on another channel. I had Floyd Mayweather. He out flossing $80 million watches. This is our celebrity.
You know what's crazy? People are always in my fucking business, worried about what I'm doing, what Floyd is doing, what Floyd ain't doing, what I do got, what I don't got. Just know, I'm gonna stay in my lane. I ain't gonna fuck with nobody. I take 30 watches with me. But you know what? You know what? What's crazy is this. If we add 10 more days, I take 10 more watches. But then I say, fuck it. If I want to bring out the one and only, then I bring out the watch that costs 18 million. Matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? For you motherfucking haters.
This is what we do with our money. We still trying to impress everyone with bragging about how much money we done spent on watches while everybody else is buying businesses. Putting their people in a position of power. Let me tell you something. Power. Money equals power. The ability to respond, the ability to protect and provide for, the ability to deliver consequence. That's the only thing our community needs to be concerned with. The ability to respond to the issues we face as a community, the ability to protect and provide for our women, our children, our elders, and the ability to deliver consequence to our enemies. Nothing else matters. And that's what we do not have, is the power to deliver consequence to our enemies. The ability to protect and provide for, the ability to deliver consequence. That's the only thing we need to be concerned about. And money equals power. But you know what we busy doing? Look at this picture right here. That's what we're doing on Black Friday. We got I seen at least 5, 6, 7 families, every one of us in Walmart on Black Friday buying 60-inch TVs, but we're still renting. We still don't own a damn thing. And we don't run nothing but our mouths. That's it. And we feel, oh, let's jump online and talk about the problem. But how many people are willing to jump online and talk about the solutions? That's what I'm talking about. How many of us are willing to jump online and talk about the solutions to our problems, opposed to still talking about the problem? How many Chinese millionaires y'all see walking around with $18 million watches, who go out of town and brag about doing some silly ish like that. Only clowns do silly ish like that. How many other people y'all see do that? You know what they invest their money in? Back in their community. You know what our celebrities invest in? Nothing. Don't get me wrong, I do have respect for a few of them. There's a few that do invest in this, that, and the other. But collectively as a whole, it is non-existent. It's non-existent. And we worship and honor clown-ish like $30 million in watches. $80 million in watches. Some crazy banana story. And that's why a lot of our celebrities get money and give it right back to them and go broke. Because we are too busy trying to floss to keep up with the Joneses that we ain't seen. We don't even know how to invest and come up and create an environment for our children. We don't leave our children real estate because we're busy renting. We're busy buying shoes. We're busy on vacation. It's time to go on vacation. That's what we think it is. That's how we react. Everybody that jumped online and they mad about this 81-month sentence where he only is going to do 3 years. Everybody that's crying about it are getting ready to go on vacation, spend all their money up, spend all their money in Orland Park, spend all their money in Tinley Park, where you're not even allowed to work at. That's where we're going with this. And so that's why I did a few videos that said, I have absolutely no pity for you. If you had God and Jesus, you won't worry about the affairs of the world no longer and free. So I'm gonna read some of the Facebook. Says she said something like the Kwame McDonald shooting. Why did she and Emmanuel was elected? She's using his death to get elected and respect. Tony Winkle had nothing. Property tax scams. Yes, Chicago is one of the most taxed cities on the planet. The entire Illinois is so overtaxed. It's just a shame. It's sad that we got the crookedest politicians on the planet. But my thing is this: we cannot stop and depend on politicians. That's one of the things that's killing us. We're dependent on these politicians to come save us. Understand, the mayor cannot save us. The governor cannot save us. The president of the United States does not want to save us. My thing is this: we're going to have to save ourselves. Understand that. They're not going to save us. And then it's not their job to save us. Well, technically it's their job to provide, or whatever the hell their job is. But however, we have to start doing for ourselves. Everybody else does. Look at when the Greeks come into Chicago, Greek town. Go to Greek town, see how many businesses. Italians, when they come. Chinese, go to Chinatown, see how they unite. Let me tell you something. What they do is build a business. They live 10 deep. None of us are willing to sacrifice. We are all renting. We ready to get out of the house instead of uniting. I'm going to tell you about an Indian family. They lived in the bottom of a hotel. 1 bedroom, 3 of them. Mother, father, and a child lived in a hotel. You know what they did 3 years later? They bought the hotel. They bought the hotel. How many of us are willing to sacrifice that? Every YouTuber, everybody out there will never talk about the solutions because they don't know what the solutions is. We too busy talking about the problem. I'm at the point to where I'm done talking about slavery. Slavery is not our history. We're coming up on February and we're going to be talking about Black History Month. Slavery was not our history. We too busy letting everybody in the world teach our children instead of teaching our own children at home. We do. And we're not willing to sacrifice. And this is why I like struggle. I like struggle. And you will hear me talk about in my show a lot that far as with a lot of government assistance and government handouts. I don't agree with them. I don't like them. I like struggle. I did the Chicago Way documentary. I'm the director of that. And And in the documentary is what I say is when you have struggle, you unite together. And what we're doing is we're busy depending on the government for a handout. Y'all do for us, and we've adopted that policy of we're still waiting for the government. So we're extra pissed at Trump. We're extra pissed at the governor. And how long are we going to sit and wait for the governor to save us? How long are we going to sit and think the president is coming to save us? I don't care who the president is. I don't care who the governor is. They do not have the power to turn around the issues in our community. With no money, no power, forget it. You're going to get ran on and stepped on. Stepped on by judges. We don't, let me tell you something. Israel and the Jews in Israel, they never get stepped on because they have money and they have power. Power, the ability to deliver a consequence. The ability to respond to the issues we face as a community, the ability to protect and provide for our women, our children, our elders, and the ability to deliver consequence to our enemies. Nothing else matters. But we want to talk about and you know what? There was an older brother that came to me, man, and he said he was teaching some young brothers that just got out of jail. And he had me print up some documents and some stuff about Brother Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, stuff like that. And when he presented it to these young brothers that just got out of jail, they told him, man, look at here. We don't want to hear about that ish. We don't want to hear about that ish. They like, man, I just got out of jail. I don't want to hear about that ish. I'm tired of hearing about that. And I am too. I mean, not saying I'm tired of hearing about it. We must hear about it because Malcolm X teach the truth. He said, do for yourself. Let me tell y'all something. When you give the wrong answer, they will push you further. They will, when you teach the wrong message, they will push you on TV. They will push your channel out there. They will help you deliver the wrong message. But when you teaching the right message, do for yourself, they'll never honor you, respect you. But wait, when you say do for yourself, they'll filter that message. And so what we have to understand is we are the only ones that's going to save us. Nobody else is coming to save us. And we think that we cry loud enough, long enough, that everybody's going to have sympathy and sorrow for us. But no, they're not going to respect you if you have no money and no power. These politicians bow down to whoever's paying them. The NRA is paying them. No matter how many school shootings, 27, let me tell you something, in Newtown, 27 children got slaughtered by an AR-15. The NRA gave Trump $30 million in checks. Don't say another word about the NRA. In fact, when you talk, you speak good about us. And your next campaign will be paid for. And that man ain't said two sentences about the NRA. No Republican or politician has said a word about the NRA. Man walked into a church, gunned everybody up. The NRA school down in Florida, gunned up. I done lost count on how many school shootings, mass shootings, and people dying. But nobody's going to say anything to the NRA about what they've done because they buy their politicians. Dr. Claude Anderson taught that as well. And that's something that you guys must understand. A lot of our leaders, that the only one that you're ever going to hear about. Now, see, you cannot let and assume that your school, that the school that you send your children to will educate your children. You must educate your child. If you don't educate your child, it is not going to get done. If you don't take care of your community, understand it's not going to get done. With Bill Cooper, I will. 1992 CNN interview, I will do just that. In fact, I go to it now and I'll play it. What is it? You said CNN interview with Bill Cooper. CNN view with Bill Cooper. All right, let's see. Yeah, I got it here. Who is he? I watch stuff about extraterrestrials and aliens. I really do. I think I seen dude before. I think I seen him before. What about it?
With wits, you can create perfect.
Anyway, yeah, I'll watch it later. Anyway, let me pause this. Alright, anyway, that's really what I wanted to talk about is, you know, everybody's jumping online and everybody's upset and understandable. But first thing we must understand is nobody's going to have sympathy for us. No matter how loud and how much we cry, understand nobody is going to have sympathy. Yes, everybody's upset about the judges community, but at the end of the day, for one, I already knew what was going to happen. It's their system. It's their system. It's designed for them. So when are you going to, what are we going to do? When are we going to, just understand Chinatown. They got their own judges. They got their own businesses. They got their own politicians. They got their own everything. They don't abide by the regular law. They do their own thing. They keep their own media. They do everything on their own. It's theirs. We don't have money, so we don't have power. So we don't have the ability to deliver consequence to our enemies. This is us in this. For those who just tuned in, this is us on Black Friday. We cry about our situation, but then the next day we don't save a dime. We don't have 10 cents to rub together when it's time to unite. We're not buying no houses. Our credit is shot, so we getting double charged on everything. We spending 10 times more for any and everything. We got to beg for a loan. We got to beg for student loans. We got to beg. All we do is beg and cry and complain. And we still 100 years ago. That's all we talk about is 100 years ago. We ain't taught our children how to build a business, how to start a business, how to get an LLC. None of that. We ain't taught our children to invest in real estate. We ain't come together, live together, buy businesses, buy real estate, buy stocks and bonds, get insurance so we can leave our children real estate and money. What we doing is leaving our children debt, leaving them to fend for themselves. Even if we don't get it together, at least let's position our children in a position of power so they can fend for themselves. At least we can do. That's the least we can do. So at this point, I'm tired of talking about 100 years ago, and I'm going to continue to say that. Yes, I'm tired of talking about, I'm not going to continue to teach my child about what 100 years ago, what they did to us. I know what they did to us. I know what they're doing to us. I know what they're going to continue to do to us. What are we going to do? That's my question. I'm not talking about the past. I'm talking about what we're going to do for tomorrow. When are we going to start investing in businesses in our community to give our children jobs so they don't have to rob, kill, and steal from each other? We're have to worry about our own selves at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, they like, hey, y'all don't care for yourselves. Why should we care for y'all? Y'all don't have no money. Y'all don't have no power. So we can do whatever the hell we feel like doing to you. And we're going to let ours get off. We're going to let ours get off. Now, had Laquan McDonald been a Jew or something or anybody, Laquan Van Dyke would be under that jail. Let's be very clear. But if it had been one of theirs, he'd be under the jail. They deliver consequence to their enemies. You mess with one of theirs, they'll make you pay for it. But one of ours, we can't make you pay for nothing because we don't own nothing. We don't run nothing but our mouths. And that's our problem. So until we're willing to invest, give our children jobs, keep our children off the streets, and protect our women, our children, our elders, we are continue a vulnerable and a very weak people. So everybody that's mad, good. Are you mad about this decision? Good. Take your money and invest it in your business, in your community. Are you upset? Yes, good. Invest that money back into the community. Give your children jobs. Give your people power. That's what you do. Nobody's willing to talk about solutions. And that's why a lot of these YouTubers, a lot of people, I'm done with it. Because I'm tired of talking about the problem. I know what's happening. We could cry about it all the time. We could cry about it all day until we blue in the face. At the end of the day, they're going to do what they want to do. Period. Until you're willing to change it and do something about it and stay up out the damn stores spending $50 million instead of saving your money, when the hell are we going to start saving some money? We out buying 60-inch TVs in our rented overpriced crib that we spending $500 more for because of our credit shot. We can't afford to even beg them people for a damn loan. Yeah, when are we going to start putting our money together? Own businesses, buy judges, buy politicians. Own our own communities, own our own police stations, own our own everything. And at that point, when we get to that point, there ain't nothing they can do to us. So at the end of the day, you know, there was a Chinese billionaire that just dumped like $28 million into Chinatown. He's put his people in a position of power. He put his people in a position of power. You know what we doing? Our celebrities, clowns. Our celebrities are putting themselves. This is our celebrities. Our celebrities. $50 million in watches. Come on, man. This is our celebrities. How many other celebrities of theirs do you see doing clown-ish like this? And this is what we teach our children. To buy watches. To buy gold and jewelry. This is our celebrities right here. Clown-ish. Straight clowns. Clowns. And then we turn around and cry about our situation. Down. So yeah, we must think about our future. This is how we raising our children to do clown stuff like this. We raise our children to do clown stuff. They really think that a watch would define them. He thought he was really doing something. He really thought that I would come out here and floss my $30 million in watches. And that this actually make him look better. This is how much of clowns we are. The rest of the world look at us pathetic, yeah, in that order. Pathetic. Instead of putting $30 million back into your community you come from, you put $30 million in their community, making them powerful. Then we cry about that situation. At the end of the day, who finances them? We do. We the only people financing our own demise. The only people. We spend $1.3 trillion a year. And who do we give that to? Them. Van Dyke's community. Yes. We go out, we cry about these officers, then we take all of our money and spend it in their community. Then we cry, oh, look what they're doing to us. Yes, they're going to continue to do that to us. We fund it. Why not? We fund it. So why wouldn't they do that to us? At the end of the day, why wouldn't they? If we're willing to continue to pay for it. Mount Greenwood is where all the police officers live in Chicago. Where do you think everybody's going to go do all their shopping? Mount Greenwood. You think they're going to come to your community and do some shopping? None. How much money do you think they're going to go to your community? So here's something else that I want to even talk about. Everybody's upset about the wall. At the end of the day, I don't care about it. At the end of the day, I don't care about it. Because they're not going to fight for your community. Why are we fighting for everybody else? That's something else we must understand. We must understand. Everyone else concentrates on themselves first. Everyone. Everyone. Everybody. Everybody. If you look up this, everybody spends 98% of their money in their own community except for us. We're the only people that spend 98% of our money outside our community. Then we worried about what Trump doing on southern the border. The south of the border ain't worried about us. We're not even human to them. And we worried about what he's doing. Why? We don't even understand. We don't even worry about ourselves. At the end of the day, they could care less about us. We cannot go to their community, get a job. We're not even human in their country. Why do we care about the wall? Explain that to me. Explain that to me. We can't go to their community and get a job. We can't go to their community and live. When they come to this country, they're not coming to hang with us and hold hands and sing kumbaya. They're coming to step on our throats and kick us to the side. They coming to step on our throats and kick us to the curb. And jump in the wall, build the damn wall. Hurry up. Get it done. Why do we care? That's what I want to understand. They don't care for us. How many of them have you seen holding the Black Lives Matter and is going to online talking about what Jason Van Dyke could do? Tell me. Somebody show me right now how many of them are worried about us. And I show you 1,000 comments about how people are furious about that wall. I'm going to show you 1,000 comments and we are furious about that wall. But I ain't seen one comment from them furious about this sentence. This man got less time than a drug dealer, a petty drug dealer. And I ain't seen one status from them talking about they're outraged. Not one. Tell me I'm lying. So somebody explain to me why we care about this wall. Somebody, anybody. Here it is. Nobody cares for us, but we worried about everybody else. Somebody explain that to me. Ain't never one of them worry about us. I ain't seen not one status from them or any outrage from their community about this sentence. They could care less about us. They can. But we are so upset because of the wall. Understand, nobody else does anything for us except us. And nobody's coming to help us but us. Understand that. We have to learn to stay in our lanes and do for ourselves first. And nothing's wrong with that. And be unapologetically about it. Because nobody else is unapologetically about it. Yeah, he want us to go right on ahead. He's like, look, I don't want to deal with them. Y'all have them. Yeah, at the end of the day, I ain't seen one status from them talking about how outraged they are. You know why? Because they're not outraged. They don't give a damn about our community at all. But we're so concerned about everyone else. We think that if we unite and help everyone, that they're going to help us. No, they're not coming to sing kumbaya with you. They don't even want to live next door to you. If they move in and they see you move in, they move out. You try to go to their community and get a job, they will bomb you. They will get you out of there. It's not happening. So people, understand. Stay in your lane. We have to understand that we have to do for ourselves and ourselves only. So understand. Do for yourselves. Everybody's coming for that #1 spot. And ain't nobody coming to hold hands with us. And there's a documentary on how we're treated in most of those places. And it ain't good. It's worse than here. Verdict stumbled on this channel. I agree. Yeah, we must talk about solutions. It's time out for talking about 50 years ago. I've been learning about 150 years, 100 ago for 39 years. I ain't heard 10 words. It took me research on how to start a business. We don't even know how to start a business. We teach our children the past before anything about the future. Understand, we must teach our children about not renting, about ownership, businesses, how to start businesses, real estate, stock markets, and betterment of ourselves, group economics. Create your own job. Stop begging them for theirs. And so we think that we can get respect from anyone else. It ain't happening. It is not happening. Brother, they're going out there, please. No, they want that. Yeah. Somebody show me a status from them outraged about this verdict. You're not gonna see it. It doesn't exist. And you're not going to see a status from them about the verdict because they do not care. Nobody's coming to hold hands and sing kumbaya for us. We don't need to be worried about nobody else's issues. We fighting for everybody else except ourselves. We're not even really willing to fight for our own issues. Yeah, their comments was glad. Anyway, I'm going to get up out of here. Y'all be peaceful in them comments, man. Y'all be respectful. That's something I do encourage, man. Everybody be respectful towards one another. And just understand and look and think about some of the stuff that I said. That, you know, at the end of the day, for those of you who are upset about this verdict, question is, what are you going to do about it? Not meaning violence, but in betterment of your communities. Build up your communities, because if your children don't have jobs, they have to sell drugs, rob, kill, steal from each other. And then they get shot down, dead in these streets. We must give our children jobs and futures and hope. And therefore this violence will stop. And we'll have money and power and businesses that we can invest and buy these politicians. Trump said it best. I bought all my politicians. Said he donated to their community. They'll do whatever they want. They ain't said 10 sentences about the NRA. It's been a damn mass shooting every day. And they ain't said a word about the NRA. Nothing. So, I'm on Facebook and YouTube. Those of you who are on YouTube, Facebook, make sure you guys like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. For those of you on YouTube, look up My Life in the Shy on Facebook. And all my other social media. I try to even it out. And I got several other channels on YouTube. Any of you guys want to be a guest on the show or have anything to say, make sure you guys email mylifeintheshy@gmail.com. Or you can just hit me on social media. My social media is everywhere. You can find My Life in the Shy on every forms of social media. And you can send me a message on all forms of social media. So at the end of the day, about that wall, why should I care? Why? Somebody explain to me, why should I care about that wall? Somebody, can somebody please tell me that? Why should I care about this wall? Alright, anyway, I'm going to be out, but I got a lot of videos coming this weekend. I got a few days off, so I got a lot of particular things to talk about. Some of the things that I'm going to do a show on. I can kind of show you about, this is one of the shows I'm going to do. Fuck. Damn. Okay, damn. Y'all couldn't even hear me. Alright, look. There's a question about this sister. I'm going to do a show on this cat putting his hands on one of our elders. And I'm also do a show on this sister right here, this Doc's Chicken, about them arguing, fussing, fighting, and getting, you know, just about professionalism. Why can't we handle things in a professional way? Everything we do is in a violent manner. And as a people, we must learn to handle things professionally without fighting or violence. First thing we turn to is what? Violence. First thing we turn to is violence. And some of the comments that I've seen from them is y'all kill each other. Y'all don't even like each other. Y'all don't even like each other. Y'all don't even like each other.
We got kids in, y'all. Right now.
My mom ain't want people on the other side. Fuck you talking about. I'm the one he asked what I wanted. I told him what I wanted. I told him like that one shit is right. He got to fuck I paid for my food. She took my water. I lost that ticket. She took my water. I paid for my food and my card is right here. I don't know where it's at. It was together.
So that particular video, man, I'm gonna do a show on that. Somebody sent this to me on Facebook, and you know, any videos that you guys send me, I am gonna do them. I'm gonna stress my opinion on each and every video that I come across. One of the things that this particular sister did, I feel that you know, there's a professional way to handle everything, and this sister really just started cussing this cat out. And the guy that worked there could have handled it a better way as well. So I'm gonna do a show on that this weekend. I'm gonna do a show about this young brother beating up one of our elders, and I'm gonna stress how I feel about that particular issue, because that was bogus, and that how we sit around and watch our people destroy each other, and we threaten violence instead of handling stuff professionally. A lot of people were asking, was this sister bogus? And both of them was bogus. At the end of the day, you know, he was trying to, you know, get her issue. What happened? Do you have a receipt? I could give you a refund. And she's threatening the man. And he eventually called her bitch, which he should not have done. He should have handled it professionally at all times. But if you can't handle it professionally, then don't handle it at all on both sides. And that's the downfall of us. We can't seem to handle anything that professionally. Yeah, that hurt my heart too, man, to see dude put his hands on one of our elders like that. That's one of definitions of power: the ability to respond, the ability to protect and provide for, the ability to deliver a consequence, the ability to protect and provide for our women, our children, and our elders, the ability to deliver a consequence to our enemies. So the press of class trying to talk about God. That's another subject too. You know, where did that come from? I don't talk about religion on this channel at all, because I definitely don't subscribe to anything that was passed down to us from slavery. Nobody else worships somebody else's heritage. Everything was passed down to us. Everything was stripped from us through slavery. Everything. You know, we don't know our culture. We don't know our religion. We don't know our heritage. We've adopted someone else. Slavery, we were forced to worship somebody else's. And that's what we do today. They just made out today's called Christianity become a false cult. Yeah, right. So I kind of just trying to stay away from religion. Whatever you believe in, whatever everybody believe in, that's their business. You know, I try to just stay out of it. No, the police wasn't called. I don't think the police was called. That's another thing too. But see, that's the thing. That's the breakdown of the community and the police. We don't call the police because the police is not for us. Anytime we call the police, they search us first. Let me search you. You got any drugs or weapons in your car? I called you on them. But they question us. Then we end up getting thrown in jail, guns drawn on us. So we usually don't call the police because we know how much of hatred comes from the police department towards us, and we can't relate. 95 of the police force don't look like us, don't live in our community, don't want to live in our community, never will live in our community, don't shop in our community, don't even like our community. And so these are the ones we have to call to protect us. So, you know, so at the end of the day, calling the police force is very hard. You know, we can't, the police is supposed to protect and serve, but we're seeing that is not the case in our communities. Those of you on Facebook, go to my YouTube channel and vice versa. Everybody go to both my social media. You guys continue to send me stories. I definitely appreciate y'all support. Even on my Twitter, I got My Life in the Shy on Twitter, and I got my personal page down in Washington. I try to keep everything. I'm not on Twitter as much. On Facebook, I'm always on Facebook mostly. So you guys can watch that this weekend. I will give you guys, and I will break down this video from start to finish. Yes, we got to police ourselves. I give credit to New Era Chicago. They have been doing just that. Inglewood and Austin, New Era Chicago promotes policing themselves. And guess what? Everybody that's upset about the Jason Van Dyke was not out there to assist them. Not out there. Everyone that's upset, what are you going to do in your community to help out your community and to better your community? Are we going to just cry and beg about it? Or are we going to do something about it? That's my question. Anyway, make sure you guys like, comment on the videos. Make sure you guys engage all the comments. I read most of them, good or bad. All the police runs, all the gangs definitely supplies all the drugs and weapons. Yes. Yes. How do you think the drugs get in here? CIA, the cocaine import agency, is who brings the cocaine, puts it on our streets, and arrest us and give us life sentences for it. See, Jason Van Dyke got a 3-year sentence, and he will be out before you blink. So let me get out of here, because please careful about the snow. Yes, Chicago is corrupt on every angle there is, in every way which possible. You know, that's why so many people are moving out. A homegirl of mine, she live in San Antonio, Texas, and it's no property tax. They're not no speed trap. Everywhere, in every corner, there's a red light camera, speed trap camera. They robbing us blind. But this is the show that I'm planning to do this weekend. My thing is this. My thing is this. When are we going to start handling stuff professionally? Those two who are going at each other look like they are 40 plus. They are acting 18. I would expect teenagers to act the way they act. I'm gonna do this show this weekend. I'm not gonna bring that up and show y'all that. Anyway, share my videos, engage in conversation. I'm all over social media. Y'all get at me anytime. Infiltrated. Alright, y'all be easy. You know what? I'm gonna make moderators. I think I got like 2 moderators. I don't know where they at. But I gotta go live more. So I will start putting moderators in the comments. Y'all, anyway, situation does deserve a reaction. Does it, right? Let me tell you something. You respond to a clown, you become part of the circus. And when are we going to start handling things professionally? And, you know, there's a huge, huge question. And no question, should we protect our women? But, yo, when our women start acting like that, he was like, yo, you know, ma'am, can I see the receipt? This, that, and the other. F you, mother. Mother. So, my question is going to be, yo, when do we step up. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of women are like, y'all need to protect our women. I protect our women. But then when our women go out and act like that, what do you do? Now, no question. Don't let your women get beat up or harassed or, you know, fear. But yo, look how she's acting. Look at that. I would expect a teenager to act like that. Don't get me wrong. He was bogus too. And I get to that in the video that I'm going to do, I think, tomorrow, Sunday. But embarrassed about the way we act in public. We can't handle anything professionally. We feel the need to snap and go off about everything. Anyway, y'all, like, subscribe. Peace.